Hey, welcome back everybody. Once again, I am joined by Taylor and Cece. Say hello, Taylor and Cece.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bit more Touhou 19. Always a good thing. So let's see, we're still working through these. And so now I could do either Saki or Yuma. Or Yachi. I almost forgot about Yachi, but I'm most interested here in Yuma, I think, so I will see the Yuma story. Story, an uncomfortable war. Her rivals have found companions along these lines. She's found herself a comrade too. Out of character for her. There's no choice but to go head-to-head with them. For Beast, war was a joy unto itself. Unless, of course, something was going on behind the scenes. Okay, let's see how one of the villains of the story plays. I'm gonna guess that this is a massive increase in difficulty, but we will see. Hey, Chiari. Yes? Why are you bothering me at this hour? At this hour? What time do you think it is? Oh, what time is it? How am I supposed to tell from down here? Oh, right. Do you guys not have clocks? What matters is, now is our big moment. Get your head in the game. And apparently we're gonna beat up our underling to get her head in the game. I like how we're starting off with an actual theme instead of just the same stage 1 through 3 theme we've had on every other character so far, except Mama Zoe.
Which maybe it had to be her theme.
Fair enough. I do think this has grown on me a bit, but I'm never gonna say it's good enough to be an A theme.
Yeah, bad.
What is that?
I said it's a theme at bad.
Fair enough. I might go B- on it. So what does unfocused do? Not very different, honestly. I think the only real difference is that I'm, well, unfocused. Probably best.
It really makes much difference than Phantasmagoria.
Yeah, so I'll just stay focused and like I usually do. Because I like having more control over slight movements most of the time. Honestly, I think when I was beating Subterranean Animism for the first time, which was the first game I won CC'd, I generally do think to some degree and extent that one of the things that I had to learn that was the most important was to just mix it up between focused and unfocused at times.
Yeah, you shouldn't always stay focused.
Indeed. There definitely are some attacks in Subterranean Animism that you do not want to be focused for. You won't move fast enough if you are.
Back in my day, we didn't even have focus.
Ah, yes, because you're the TC98 guru, that's right.
And only Story of Eastern Wonderland didn't have focus.
That is fair. I wasn't aware that was
Awful game, funny story.
fair. I've never played Story of Eastern Wonderland. The earliest game I've played is Lotus Land Story.
You've never played Highly Responsive Prayers?
I cannot say I have, no.
Wow.
Not that, so ew or pod.
I wouldn't recommend you ever play Pod.
That is fair. I've certainly not heard good things about pod. Surprised you didn't say that about So-Ew as well.
I mean, Story of Eastern Wonderland is awful to play, but the dialogue is the funniest of any Touhou game to date, though.
Fair. Ah, this fucking attack.
I don't think there will ever be a game funnier than Story of Eastern Wonderland.
That is probably fair. I will definitely have to take a look at some point then, if nothing else, watching someone else play it. Ah, fuck. Should have paid a little bit.
Reading the scenario in the wiki probably better experience than playing it.
Probably true, honestly. But apologies.
No harm in trying something, even if it sucks.
That is true. And yeah, this is already more difficult as, right off the bat, we're in a situation where we had a relatively difficult battle to begin with. I'm expecting a real hard final boss in this one. You mean it's time for the decisive battle? Well, something like that. My enemies might come to mess with you, so be ready. Also, my god, my neighbors are making a racket. Apologies if that picks up on the bike.
I can't hear it.
That's good. Well, I missed one line, but whatever. How did that kind of friendship come to be? I want to know. Who are you? And are you perhaps the head of the Goyoku Alliance, Yuma Totetsu? If you've come, then that means it's finally begun. You're an energetic youth, as expected. Freshly awakened yokai or something else. The decisive battle begins. To start, I'll take you out in style. Alright, time to fight Son Beaten.
Here's the best new theme.
It's a good theme, and it's rare. It's rare to hear the Eastern violin actually being used in music, even in Japanese games, which is surprising since, well, you would think that it would be, but good use of it. I guess it is more of a Chinese instrument overall, though.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it before, but it looks like an insanely difficult thing to play. It's got, like, 2 strings instead of 4, and it's got a really long neck to it that just got, like, spindly wires off of it that you're supposed to bow. I have no idea how anyone learns that.
Like learning any other instrument, I presume, through trial and error constantly.
Most likely.
That's how you learn anything.
That is also true, including Touhou.
How many forks does it go have?
That's a good question. I do love that the bullets are sporks. That is highly amusing.
Fork versus French fries?
Indeed. I mean, it's pretty obvious what the superior weapon is.
True. But who eats French fries with a fork?
I do.
I guess
You're
Yuma
weird.
Totetsu.
No, I'm not normally into weird, but... I love this line. This is like by far one of my favorites. I've listened to it a lot.
It's a good song. I can't say I've listened to it outside of the game yet, but then, to be fair, I usually don't listen to the music of a Touhou game until I've, you know, officially got to the point where I feel like I've played through it, which I don't feel like I've done just yet.
That is fair.
This might be the first time where I have genuinely tried to do all of the character routes in a Touhou game like this, but Phantasmagoria games are a bit weird, so... And I do want to get as much of the story as I can, and the only way I'm going to do that is if I play all the routes.
That is true.
It's not like the usual Touhou games where you have Reimu taking things seriously and Marissa's fucking about, but both of them basically end up at the same point at the end of it.
When's the last time we've gotten a dialogue list mid-boss? Almost 13, right?
I think so, yeah. Tojiko, who is extremely unimportant and nobody likes. I'm kidding, I literally know her.
Technically, he does have dialogue, I guess.
That is true. And I literally know artists who do like her enough to draw her regularly. Well, I don't personally know them, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I wish we got Momiji in this game, or some other dialogue list mid-boss, just to turn him into an actual character like Touhou, or Tay. I still say Touhou sometimes.
Yeah. And I still to this day say Tenji Hinanawi, despite the fact there should be Hinanai.
Yeah.
Just easy to forget
Mid-bosses are the actual characters.
Indeed.
But I'm glad he doesn't do dialogue list mid-bosses anymore.
Agreed. We definitely want the characters to have story relevance. The only exception is joke meme character Jimbo. But let's be honest, as much of a fun joke as it is, I don't think Zune ever intended anyone to take Jimbo seriously. Just big yin-yang orb in his mind. So your name's...
Probably.
Yeah, so your name's Beaten. How'd Yachi sink her hooks into you? When I was on the cusp of falling to hell, Lady Yachi extended a helping hand. That is to say, I owe her my life. The biggest psychopath in the animal realm saved your life, huh? Iketsu inductee. Okay, here we go. Hey, Yachi, are you in? Who is it? It isn't Yuma. What are you doing taking center stage? You're calling the riverbed of Limbo central stage. You don't even have anywhere to stand on. What? It was that or the former Hell of Blood pools. Sorry about that. The riverbed of Limbo will make a fine stage. Anyways, the decisive battle got sparked off. But by yours truly. Finally. Be sure to come at me with your best, then surpass even your best. Well, let's beat up the stupid dragon. She's like a dragon turtle thing, right?
Yeah, her theme is called Tortoise Dragon.
Makes sense. I'm pretty sure one of the traditional, like, Chinese river dragons is a tortoise dragon. Oh, right, the giant green glowing, fucking
radioactive otters.
Yeah, the fucking radioactive otters. I was just about to say. Yes, they're back. If you touch them, you'll get cancer. Definitely curious this route, getting to see the 3 different groups that are vying for control here, duking it out. I'm assuming we're probably going to see Saki at some point, since she's also one of them.
If you see Saki, that means you probably see Inoko.
That is probably likely. Inoko is Saki's slave.
Rude.
I was curious if you were going to say anything in disagreement to that.
What are dogs but slaves?
Wow. No, you would know. You worked with dogs for a while.
Rude. And I love that.
Dogs are good. These are some long-ass stages in this route.
Is there a wolf spirit here?
Good question. Why would there be wolf spirits here? This is Otterland.
Yeah, you're the eagle person.
Yep. Otterworld. The popcorn bullets are making it difficult to see my way through this one. Background's kind of busy too, honestly. I'm lucky if I can
I
get...
love Touhou 17 background.
Oh yeah, super fun.
I do love Touhou 17 though. One of the best Touhou games.
Touhou 17 seems pretty cool. I've only played through it once, but it did seem like a fun game.
That was the first game I ever fully beat.
Wow. You mean by that 1cc or beating the extra boss?
Once PC plus extra boss.
Ah, both.
The first extra boss I beat was Ran, but I didn't beat PCB because Yukari existed.
Ah, that is indeed a fair point. Yukari exists, amazingly enough.
True. I have beat Yukari by this point though.
That is true. What extra bosses have you not beat at this point?
Let's see, every single PC 98 one.
That is fair.
Uh,
They seem kind of hard.
Moko.
That is awesome.
Iwako. Koichi. Nue. Mamizo. And I think that's it? Yeah, that's it.
That's not terribly bad.
I even beat Marissa extra boss. That's
Wow.
probably the most fun extra stage.
Marissa seems cool. You get to take on a fairly normal character, but a juggernaut to a fairy.
When you beat Marissa, instead of her portrait being all beat up, it's yours.
What was that?
You know, like how when you just beat a character, usually they've got like the beat up sprite.
Yep.
When you beat Marissa in Great Fairy Wars, your sprite is the beat up one.
I would believe that. It's probably a victory by the narrowest of margins for Chirano.
Yeah. Hakasha's probably the hardest extra boss I've beaten.
That is fair. Hakasha seems difficult. Especially since she trades out with Junko and all. And Junko's attacks are just stupid.
Yeah. I only beat him because I was playing Raisin, but he's kind of broken.
That is fair.
Even
Raisin...
that I barely beat.
Yep, Raisin is notoriously good for that game.
The only thing that keeps their attack is that her hitbox gets bigger when you use the bomb.
That is fair. Ah, this bullshit attack. I remember this. I need to be very careful about this, or I could end up losing all my lives real fucking fast. Never mind, apparently it wasn't as bad as I was thinking. Well, I guess that was okay, by Kaketsu family standards. I can't beat it I can't fight at my best when it's fair and square. Right you are. Only wimps pride themselves on fighting fair. Sorry you couldn't show off your strengths, I really mean that. Jittery Otter. Well, that's a fucking name. Yachikicha has the ability to terrify opposing otter spirits. So that old Yamainu is Saki's foothold. She never had a good eye for talent, but... Yep, it's a Noko, alright. Oh, those distinctive looks could only be the head of the Goyoku Alliance, Yuma Totetsu. That means you're my enemy. Great! Only a character like this would be excited to meet their enemy. I was told to crush all our enemies without exception. That's the Kega family for you. They taught you good. In this world, the survival of the fittest. If you're weak, then you should just die.
Yeah, I believe she's the fourth Touhou character that we know to be immortal. For sure, right?
Well, we know that Kaguya and Moko are. Who is...
And also Arian.
Oh, yeah, Arian as well. You're absolutely right. What, she drinks the Horai elixir?
What?
Who's the other immortal character?
Arian?
Inoko. Oh yeah, Arian. If you're asking between Kaguya, Inoko, and Arian, but also Inoko's immortal.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Why?
Just is.
Cool.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Rude.
At least if I'm remembering correctly.
That is fair.
I'm pretty sure she said something about that.
She was just digging around in the garbage outside of Ainte on the day that the last batch of Horai elixir was made, and she licked some off the remains of the bottle.
That is what a dog would do.
Indeed. Well, we seem to be making pretty good progress so far. I'm surprised that I've only taken 2 hits thus far. I must be getting better at this game the more that I do it. But then to be fair, every boss that I am fighting in this, I have already fought as some other character at one point or another. So all the bullet patterns are at least familiar, even if I haven't mastered all of them. There's no shocks and surprises, at least. Just, you know, just bullshit. There we go. We haven't actually visited the bamboo forest in this game, have we? Now that I think about Ink Day and all.
Nope.
Wow.
Bamboo Forest is not in this game.
Amazing.
You're above the Forest of Magic, though, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. But I think we got the implication that Inoko is a denizen of the Forest of Magic.
Correct. That she used to know Marissa as a kid.
Wow. Marissa was a child once. You're telling me that she didn't just come out of the ground a fully fledged witch?
Well, she's never been a witch. She's an ordinary magician.
Okay, that's a fair point. Technically, there aren't even witches in this world. I don't think a character has ever been referred to as a witch.
There are.
Who is referred to as a witch? Is this a PC98?
I and Yuki.
Okay, yeah, PC98 characters then. PC98 isn't real.
It's canon until it interferes with the modern canon. That's what you said.
Okay, that is fair. But we all know that witches can't exist in modern Touhou canon.
Why not?
No particular reason. Just that would mean that Mai and Yuki would have to be canon, and we can't allow that.
Why not? Mine's cute.
I'm just joking with you. Is Mai the one that looks like Big Chirino, or the one that looks like fake Marissa?
Mine's the Cherno one. She's the high switch.
That makes sense.
Besides, Marissa's fake Yuki. She stole her clothes.
That is fair. Also, I just heard
She
that
was
the...
purple up till that point.
That is fair. I'm amazed I've gotten fairly decent at dodging this pattern. Still got a little
It's
panicky.
a pretty simple pattern.
It is, but at first it was freaking me out a little bit towards the start. So strong. By the way, how'd you become one of Saki's followers? Ah, it was the power Lady Saki held that saved me from falling into hell. So you could say I owe her my life. Hell, you owe her your life. Now where have I heard that before? It's like deja vu. Handy hazardous bear trap. Well shit. Presumably then we're gonna fight Saki. Yep, basically immediately. Before we even see her, there's the confirmation. What are you thinking, Saki? I guess I'm not one to talk, but you've been befriending a pretty shady yokai. What I think? I don't have any problems. Apart from the fact that you're here, Yuma, that's a pretty big problem. Were you trying to get into a fight with me, deliberately going after my foothold like that? Yes, the decisive battles come to a head. Once I take you out, it'll end things for now. Very well, I'll show you the power and speed of the top beast. Eh. Let's beat up Saki. The Touhou 17 extra boss.
True.
But she's not very extra in this game. Warning, extra attack, it says. Okay, I guess she is a little extra in this game. I was mistaken. That was a stupid use of that bomb.
I think this song is very underrated.
Probably true. I think it's one of those songs that doesn't really stick out at first, but after you've heard it for a while, it's very easy to see why it's, you know, a good one.
I
also
think
think-
the majority of the songs are underrated, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. What were you gonna say, Taylor?
I said I think Saki is a pretty fun extra boss too.
That is fair. I have not fought her, but then I've not either one CC'd, brain's dying. My brain is wanting to say perfect animal blossom, but that's very wrong.
Wily Bee.
Thank you, Wily Bees.
And the weakest creature.
True, there is also that. Who is the weakest creature? It's certainly not Saki. I'm gonna guess it has to be Eika, right? Eika feels like she's a pretty weak creature.
Aw, probably.
And it's certainly not any of the others. Zoon's definitely been doing this New Hell storyline for a little while now. It's honestly amazing just how many games we've had about New Hell recently. Or even
if you count Wabak as recent.
I do. In my mind, I count everything after Legacy as relatively recent. Legacy...
Lunatic Kingdom is like 8 years old.
That is fair, honestly. That is fair. I guess at some level, I just look at Zoon's work as being in story arcs, sort of. Like, everyone talks about how, you know, we had the Moria Shrine Conspiracy for a good while, and it feels like Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom sort of finished up that overall arc of story beats, and I feel like everything since then has sort of been connected in its own sort of way. Like, we've seen, you know, backdoor people again with, 17.5, then Wabak introduced the animal characters who've appeared in a lot of stuff since, and then Unconnected Marketeers introduced the cards, which have appeared again a lot since. So it feels like Zoon's been establishing a, you know, set of ideas that he's been playing with since Hidden Star. I would honestly be surprised if he does not move on to a new story beat soon.
I hope the next story is going back in time to PC98.
It won't be, and you know it. Zoon doesn't believe
Imagine if it was.
Zoon doesn't believe in his PC98 characters.
Why does he dislike them so much? They were so cool.
I think he just considers it like beta stuff. Like, in his mind, it was back when he didn't know how to make games very well.
He knew how to make characters, though.
I mean, yeah, that is true. He did know how to make characters.
Bring them back and stop redesigning them poorly.
He won't do that. He will. If he brings one back, it will be designed poorly by your standards, and you know it.
Every time one character comes back from PC98, they get a haircut and a blender outfit.
I know, you want Sariel with pants, don't you?
Doesn't matter, she doesn't have pants.
Yeah, that's the joke. But I know you like characters with pants.
I just like Yuga having her pants, because it was actually unique.
That is
She was
fair.
the first character in Touhou to have pants.
True. Well, Moko has pants.
Yuga came first.
Yeah, but you only need one character to have pants, Taylor.
But Moko has like overalls, it's different.
That's fair, but, you know, like, the bottom of her overalls is pant-like.
But they're not plaid.
That is true. Moko doesn't believe in plaid. Kaguya said one time, Moko, I love plaid, and so it's disgusted Moko with that ever since. You're as tough as ever, Yuma. ... What's wrong? Got something on your mind? Yeah, I've already resolved myself. Guess I should head over to her.
Hole in her hat?
What?
It looked like Taki had a bullet hole in her hat that was like smoking.
That's something. Take a harsh hierarchy. Alright, presumably we're gonna fight what's-her-name again. Those fights back there made up my mind. Something's felt off about this from the start, but those two aren't to blame. If that's the case, it has to come from whoever's behind Beaton and Inoko. And Chiari's in on it too, without a doubt. These people all have something in common. Hell, and your instigations on Munipaku. Took you long enough to notice. Does one need this level of instinct to make it as a top dog of the animal realm? I thought that teleportation trap of Chiari's was suspicious from the moment I found it. It was a sign someone was manipulating the incident behind the scenes. At first, I thought Yachi, or maybe Okina, and it was that someone. See, Okina's appeared again.
Yeah.
But no, it was you, Zanmu. What are you scheming, to conquer the surface? Nowadays I want nothing from the surface unlike you starveling beasts. That's a weird word, starveling? It is the future that I want. I've manipulated everything to create that future. You have no choice but to live in the palm of my hand. Understand, you wretched beast. Okay, because I haven't died yet, I will try to do this. Otherwise, I would normally just insta-die, but I do want to see vaguely if 1cc is possible. but I'm probably just wasting my time. I probably should just reset. But,
You can do it, I believe in you.
no, I appreciate that. We will see.
Got
Hitless
3 full bombs.
Zanmu is certainly not an easy thing to do.
Ah, you can do it.
The fact, though, that I have, fought her many times at this point, though, does at least make her one of the easier bosses I could theoretically do hitless. I would certainly have no confidence in that if this were, like, I don't know, who else has played this final boss? We'll just say any of the other characters who've been final boss. Hell, even, Yuma herself would probably have been a very dangerous thing for me to be trying to do this with. Ah, fuck. Well, there we go. That was a poor choice. I thought I could thread that, but I could not. Oh well. You can't change anything if you're that weak. Oh well, at least I died early, so I didn't waste too much time with that. It's not like it's not like 1cc any of this actually matters anyway. Just a personal challenge there.
I'm pretty sure the extra mode in POFV was just like the same thing, except both people died in one hit, no matter who won.
Yeah, and I have no interest in playing that, honestly.
And that sounds more fun than like the base mode, honestly.
Yeah, probably true. But I'm here more for the story than anything else, if we're honest. Hey, I threw the first spell card again. As always, these fights are a little bullshit just because of the fucking popcorn bullets.
Yeah, that's what makes it a Phantasmagoria game.
Oh yeah. Kinda makes me want to play the actual Touhou game when I'm done with this. Like try to 1cc something else. I could probably do the PCB pretty quickly, honestly. PCB is not that hard of a game.
PCB is definitely the easiest Windows game.
I would believe that. Like, legitimately, I feel like the only major barrier between me and doing that is figuring out how the hell Yomu works. Yomu has always been a bit of a thorn in my side in that game, which is ironic because a lot of people seem to think that she's not that big of a deal.
Just unfocused when she slows down, so that's about it.
Yeah, which may very well be one of my biggest problems as someone who mostly plays in focused mode. Well, we will see what I do, but for right now I want to do the rest of 19 first. Before I do anything else.
I definitely say 7 is the easiest Windows game, 16 is the easiest extra boss, and 4 is the easiest Touhou game in general.
Fair. I would not be able to say anything about PC98, particularly, since I have not beaten any PC98 games. And I've only played Mystic Lotus and the Land Square.
And Lotus Land Story is by far the easiest Touhou game, in my opinion.
Is that the one with orange in it?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I know orange.
Also Karumi and Ellie. Then Maritha and Reimu.
Well, Reimu's in everything. Well,
Yeah,
except for...
I just listed them off because they were stage 4 bosses.
Indeed. Well, Reimu's not in Great Fairy Wars, now I think about it. That is one place where Reimu has no existence. But then Reimu doesn't exactly care to go fighting silly, stupid fairies all that much. Marissa has a lot more patience for that kind of thing. But yeah, I would probably agree that Perfect Cherry Blossom is the easiest Windows game overall. Yomu's annoying, and there are some difficult attacks from Cece's favorite character, but besides that, honestly, most of the rest of the game is relatively straightforward, and even some of Yu Yuko's attacks are pretty easy for a final boss.
The Prism Rivers are my least favorite fight.
The Prism Rivers can be a bit of a pain in the ass. I do like their theme, though, which does make it a little better for me, but, yeah. Yomu has killed me more, so I can't exactly say they're my least favorite fight.
That's fair.
I have literally walked into Yomu before with, like, 7 hearts, or whatever it is, I forget at this point, but 7 hit points, and ended up losing, like, all of them. Yomu just destroys me.
That was me trying to one-piece the UFO.
That is fair. I have tried to do UFO before, but the furthest I've ever made it is Show, and Show caused me quite a bit of trouble.
I have one PC at every single game except Mountain of Faith.
That is fair. Mountain of Faith and Subterranean Animism are the only ones I have 1cc. I'm gonna be cutting this really fucking close. Okay, just gotta survive for 5 more seconds. That may be the closest I've had of a Zanmu fight.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see what the ending is. The former Hell of Blood Pools, located at the bottom of the former Hell of Blazing Fires, the most abominable place in former Hell. Perhaps it's because it's such a cursed place that decarbonization hasn't been going well. Chiari, I heard you met with Zanmu. Yep, I had a great time. I'm sorry. I just didn't think I'd have to tell you. What are you sorry for? My connections with Zanmu. That doesn't matter. In fact, I'm getting pretty close to the truth thanks to you, so I'm pretty grateful to you. Well, that's great. I should be more grateful then. By the way, can I ask you something? Huh? Are you interested in conquering the surface? Chiari thought for a moment, then shook her head. She was yokai who had always lived in the former Hell of Blood Pools. She probably had no interest in returning to the surface. If that's the case, then is there any point in keeping Chiari as a member of the Goyoku Alliance? No, of course there is. From Totetsu's point of view, she is her only link to Zanmu, the only trump card that can be used against Zanmu. It could be anyone else. Couldn't be anyone else but her. Ending number 12. Pockets in the stomach even larger than the blood pools. Why pockets? Good lord. Probably have enough time to do one more, I think. Let's see who else is available. Did I unlock anyone new? No, of course not, because it would have told me if I had. But yep, we finished that, so now there's Saki and Yachi. What do you think I should do, Sakis or Yachis?
I like Saki better, so that's my vote.
Alright. Story. Atrociously violent rule of right. Her rivals were on the move, but there's no need to rush. The strongest and roughest ones will prevail in the end. Now it's time to go head to head. For beasts, war was a joy unto itself. My guess then is that the structure of this will be, yeah, fighting Inoko, then we'll fight, presumably, Yumato, Tetsu, and Chiari, in the reverse order of what I just said. Then presumably, the monkey and Yachi, and then again, ending off with Zanmu. That's my guess of the fights. Inoko, you here? Here, Lady Saki. I'm all ready to go. The decisive battle's finally upon us. Let's do one last warm-up exercise. Got it, but I don't know if that's really necessary. Shut your trap. Let's do this. So if she shuts her trap, then she won't be able to use it in combat. Yes, I know she means her mouth.
I figured you were just making a joke.
I was. A very stupid joke, but those are the best. I like this laser. This is kind of cool. I don't know if the damage it does is actually any good or not, but it's a fun effect.
Like Marissa, but often.
True.
Saki has a cooler hat than Marissa.
That's probably true. Well, actually, no. Marissa's got a witch's hat, and witch's hats are awesome.
But Saki's got a cowboy hat.
I think cowboy hats are cooler.
You would think that, wouldn't you, CC? I'm kidding.
Imagine, like, Megumin with a cowboy hat.
Nah, that would make Megumin worse.
But it would be really funny, though.
It would look very silly. They should do it as a gag in Season 3. Which I'm pretty sure comes out next year, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't wait to watch it.
Fair.
I can wait. Darn.
Aw. I really hope I can bear with the art style change. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I have not heard anything about an art style change, but yeah,
Really?
people. I've not really followed it all that close. I don't usually follow the interim for most shows very closely. Like, I consider myself a pretty big ReZero fan as well, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on with the development of the next season of that either. I just don't follow this stuff. It's like, oh, a new season's coming out? Cool, and the next time I think about it is when it starts airing.
Who do you think better, Rem or Ram?
I tend to be a Rem fan, but I can respect Ram.
I think Ferris is better than most of them.
That's probably true. Ferris is cool. But yeah, as far as art style changes go, I think people, get too worked up about those sorts of things usually. Certainly, if it's a horrible art style, that's one thing, but usually it's good enough when these things are changed, and the most important thing is the story still good.
I can understand if it's an iconic art style,
True.
but like, I'll be honest, I think Konosuba's got a pretty generic style. I don't think a change of it would be that bad.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't really taste that much.
I know the one that people got the most annoyed about was One Punch Man's art style change, which, sure, I guess, but overall the point of One Punch Man is supposed to be, the silly humor of it. The art style's not, in my opinion, the most important takeaway of that show.
I think it should be animated in the style of the guy who writes this drawing.
That probably is true, though.
I'm just kidding, because he's like really bad at drawing.
I kind of
he like draws his own version of One Punch Man, and he like uploads it to Webtoon or whatever, but then his actual artist takes the story and draws it.
I think I honestly kind of forgot that the actual artist is not very good at drawing. Anyway, good, my muscles haven't gotten rusty. I mean, you're never going to get rusty when you spend every day fighting. Your job's to keep the surface yokai off our turf. I'm going to go take care of those thorns in our side. Okay, got the bear trap. Oh, I skipped one. They really built the former Hell of Blood pools way out of in the boondocks, huh? Well, Totetsu's a real grouch. I bet she likes the privacy. Oh my, oh my. Just when I think it's Oku, here comes some other character. Who are you?
I wish it was Oku.
That'd be cool. Saki Kurakoma, matriarch of the Keiga family. You must be Totetsu's rumored associate, the Kupakabra. I'm not some weird yokai like a Kupakabra or something. I'm a Tinkajin. I was told to off any of Totetsu's enemies without a second thought. The Keiga family are enemies, right? Right? Yes, they are. But yeah, no, I didn't know that there was going to be a change to Konosuba's art style. Are there examples of what this change looks like, CC? Is it something we know what it's going to look like, or is it just like rumors of a new associated artist?
I think there's some pictures.
Fair.
I think this is one of the pictures, but I'm not sure.
Well, I will not be able to look until we get to the end of the fight against Chiari here, but when I do, I'll give my thought.
That is alright. Good luck with your fight.
God, I forget about how annoying Chiari's pinky, purpley lantern things are. My god, it is so hard to dodge those. And they're not even a fucking spell card attack. Did you do a stupid Tinkajin spell card already?
Oh, you only get non-spells.
Of course. I didn't need to use that. That was a mistake. Oh, well, whatever. At least I got rid of her faster.
Saki's awesome vagina bomb.
Well, that's certainly a way to describe it.
That was Jay.
Always forget I have this. I don't know if it actually does anything. Actually, kind of does. That layer of it does actually kind of seem to do something. That is interesting. I guess it varies per character whether that's useful at all or not. Oh, that's a big fuck. Go away, Chiari. Yuma will probably be an easier fight than this.
Oh yeah, Chiari's the most broken character in this game.
That is fair. Maybe she'll be reasonable to use as a character when I get to her route. Hey, there we go.
Not as much against AI.
Okay, CC, I'll look at your image now. That looks good, honestly. I have no complaints with that art style. I think that looks pretty good. Also, I like the way Megumin looks there. Quite cute.
The only thing I don't like about it is how the mouth is drawn on Aqua.
That's fair. How is that, Sasaki?
I was trying to wonder what I disliked about the image, but I think that's exactly it.
Yeah, that could definitely be a reasonable guess. I surrender, says Chiari. I might even take out Totetsu at this rate. She's up ahead, right? Man, the rumors said the Keiga family is full of meatheads, but you're more like super meatheads. I don't hate that. Extremely cursed blood. Okay, let's see what's next. Ew, what kind of beast wants to live here? Oi! Yuma, I know you're here. Who's there? Ah, if it isn't Saki. This awful place, it suits you perfectly. Huh, no one's going to lay a finger on land that's this cursed. Not that I'm willing to share it with anyone. Yeah, you can keep it. Anyway, let's get cooking. My ingredient here has "I'm here to fight" written on their face. And my menu tonight says horse sashimi and yakitori. How do you make horse sashimi? By its very nature, sashimi is fish.
Don't question it.
Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, man, it's been a long time since Konosuba had a new season. When did the last one come out, CC?
I don't know. Guess she's not there.
Alright. CC's not real.
I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed the bow? I'll have to look what I've done with this fight.
Very, very sloppily and fast.
Nice, that's the best way to fix something.
I guess the other thing I don't really like is how pointy their chins are.
I will have to take another look at the image when I'm done and see if that is indeed something that is a tag.
I think that was a thing in, like, regular Konosuba.
That's probably true. Time to beat up all of Saki's enemies. Man, these things just love dying to my lasers, don't they?
I wish Saki would kill me with her lasers.
Well, that will not happen. Yasaki doesn't feel like it hurting you.
Why
You
not?
would.
I'm weak. Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, CC.
What'd I miss?
Ah,
You were
not...
asking, do you think?
Yeah,
Oh, you're asking me.
I was asking you what year the last season of Konosuba came out, because I said, oh, it's been a while since then.
I'm not sure. 20,
2020. That sounds like a long way in the future, CC.
True. The
Yep.
first one
Bye,
came out
bye.
in 2016.
That's a while.
Easy look at the image.
Yeah, I should look at the image too now. What did you change? I'm actually having a hard time figuring out what the thing you changed was.
Literally just Aku's mouth. I don't like any drug.
Oh, I see. I see it now. Fair enough.
It looks too round to me. I don't know.
Game,
Everything looks way too round.
game over, says Saki. I'll meet defeat this time. What was that? I'll admit defeat this time. You made it to me fair and square, and you beat me in a proper fight. But tell me, have you made your move on the surface yet? Yeah, the operation's just begun. Have you not realized it yet? The enemy here isn't me, or Yachi, or even Reimu. Bottom of the food chain. Right, now to do the Yachi and her weird friend. The enemy isn't Yuba or Yachi or even Reimu. What does that mean? Whatever, I just heard that Inoko got taken down by Yachi. First things first, I gotta get some payback. Ah, you're the matriarch of the Keiga family, Saki Kurakoma. I heard you were planning to fight Lady Yachi. Sounds like you already know what I'm doing here. Alright, I wanted a chance to fight one of the matriarchs. Brace yourself, horse girl. Is horse girl an insult? It feels a bit like an insult.
It is.
Yeah, I got.
I love Sunbitten's theme and her in general. She's awesome.
I do like Sunbitten's theme. I still don't know entirely what I think about Sunbitten herself.
I think she's like, what's her face? She's like Tsukasa.
Fair.
That makes me like her.
She's the character most likely to be made into a Bloons Tower Defense 6 character.
That'd be an awesome crossover.
Yep, the Sunbeaten Tower throws breadsticks at you.
They changed from fries to breadsticks, oh no.
I don't think they'd be very good at popping balloons.
Probably
Maybe.
not. They're not very sharp.
Satori and Koichi are basically monkeys.
Well, the original myth basically is, but it's pretty clear to me that Zune doesn't really intend for Satoris in this universe to be based off of monkeys very much.
Maybe they're like third eye wire thing is their tail.
That would be an interesting take on it.
We've never seen Koichi without her hat. Maybe she has little monkey ears under there.
Wow. Yeah, but why would she have them if her sister doesn't?
Maybe Satori just ties them in her fluffy hair.
Satori does have very fluffy hair.
To hide her monkey ears.
Wow.
Even Vita doesn't have monkey ears.
That is true.
Oh my god, she doesn't! What the fuck?
That
That's
would
a
look,
crime!
that would look pretty weird since monkey ears are on the side of your head.
It looks so
Indeed.
funny though.
Aren't monkey ears basically just a furrier version of human ears anyway?
Yes!
Yeah, it would just be like a hairy ear, basically.
It'd be
That is
awesome!
fair. Has Zune ever drawn an ear before, or does he always just hide it behind hair? I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I have no idea.
Yes,
Is he any good at drawing them?
there one was.
Oh, good point.
He's fine at them.
Well, that's amazing. Zoom's not very good at much of anything else when it comes to body parts.
The videos aren't very hard to draw.
True.
I can draw them using Among Us.
That he should not do.
Why not?
Because Among Us is evil.
No, it's not. It's awesome. I love Among Us.
Yeah, we need 2 people per Among Us gamer usually.
That is fair.
The rest of them are just innocent crewmates.
I think CC is the imposter.
I'm not an
Here,
imposter.
let's vote her out.
No.
Let's vote her out.
I haven't done
Let's vote her out.
anything. No.
Let's vote her out.
No.
I voted for CC.
No, you didn't. Take
Wow.
it back.
Make sure you vote, Peter.
No, Peter, don't vote me. It's her. It's obviously Taylor. She's trying to vote me out first, okay? She's antagonizing me. It's very
Peter's the one
suspicious.
that brought it up.
Wow.
True, I think it is Peter. Actually.
Yeah, I think
No, I think it's you.
No,
Game
I'm
over.
deflecting.
Look, ears.
you're right. Well, what was I expecting? Of course the boss is going to be strong. You know, it's a real shame. A real shame what is? The Kaketsu family doesn't make the most talented fighters like you. I really wanted you on my side. Time for, Yachi. Time for more radioactive otters. What did you say? A human approached Inoko while she was hurt and vanished? Got it. Dispatch more wolf spirit reinforcements and have them monitor the situation. What the heck happened to Inoko? Hey, are you here? Looks like you've also come prepared. I can't wait anymore. I've heard that you beat Inoko, senseless by the sound of it. I was just about to seek revenge from you anyway. By the way, your monkey was much weaker than I thought. I'm disappointed. You beat Fitton. I won't forgive you. Get ready. In this world, the strong trample the weak. In the end, only the cruel and ruthless will prevail. Hey, well, with 1 hit left, I'm definitely resetting this fight. This would just be a waste.
Does Saki have short hair or long hair?
Good question.
He has a ponytail.
So, Bo.
Oh,
Very long hair.
that's awesome. No, I just noticed that she had like hair. And I was like, oh, that's crazy.
That is fair.
But she also has a horse tail.
Yeah,
which
well,
could easily be confused for hair.
well, Saki is technically a horse.
Yachi would have been if she had longer hair.
Are there any horse girls in Komodo Friends? Is that a thing? Besides, like,
There are
zebras?
multiple. There's thoroughbred horse, some white horse girl, another brown horse girl.
Wow! That's a lot of horse girls.
Thoroughbred horse has like the darkest skin in Komodo Friends, I think.
Wow. That's amazing. Like, how
Just a random
dark?
thing I thought of while thinking about that.
What was that?
Just a random thing I thought about while thinking about that.
And how does that dark skin make you feel?
I like thoroughbred horse a lot.
That's good.
Nice. She is a thoroughbred horse girl.
True. I want to be the reason to be thoroughly bred.
Wow. What a line.
What a lie.
Nice. Yin Yang Orb just throw themselves to their death.
Wait, is this the final boss right now?
No, this is the
No.
next to last one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Zanmu will be
Final
the
boss is gonna be Nazrin.
Ah, of course.
Imagine that'd be epic.
But I feel like probably for this set of fights, they're going to mirror each other very closely. So all of them will probably start with the assistant, followed by the 2 pairs of rivals and their minions, and end with Zanmu Nipaku. That seems true so far, but imagine it will continue to be.
How do you guys feel about this song?
It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's
worst
not
of
bad.
the 3 alliance leaders, please.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
it's also... I would also say that the version of it in Touhou 17 is probably the weakest boss theme in Touhou 17.
True.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, I would say that literally everybody
Most
else.
people would say Ruby's theme is, but I love Ruby's theme. Incredibly underrated theme.
I don't think Rumi's theme is bad by any means. I honestly like it better than Rumi herself. But then
I
I'm
love Rumi.
That is fair.
He's the only Touhou character who has boobs.
Wow.
Wait,
I'm
is that
pretty
the
sure.
cow?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that isn't true though. Like what about what about Yugi? Yugi has boobs.
Yeah, only when not drawn by Zoom.
Wow.
Ruby's the only Zoom drawn movie.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Ho, not so tough when you fight fair and square, are ya? Kuh! I should have aimed below the belt. No, it's just, why did you do it? Why Inoko? Fine, I'll set aside my shame and ask your opinion. What's with all the dots?
They don't want you to know.
That is fair. Hey, time for Zanmu Nippaku. Really, is that so? Why didn't I notice? You were there from the start, weren't you? Hey, this is your handiwork, isn't it, Lady Zanmu? So slow. You've kept me waiting for so long, O matriarch of the Keiga family, Saki Kurakoma. I heard the trap you set on Inoko was a teleportation trap. I decided to try it out myself, and I ended up here in hell. You are the one who introduced me to Inoko in the first place, right? Well, that kind of roundabout scheming couldn't be anything but yours. In short, you're saying that you're trying to take over my Keiga family, yes? Utterly despicable. Humph. You mongrels of the animal realm were too slow to notice, but I want control over the Keiga family? What a moron. All along you've been dancing in the palm of my hand. Do you understand, lowly beast? Zanmu definitely does not think much of literally anybody, does she?
I think she's
She's
excited
like
for
Mithras.
other people.
Wow. Yeah, about
He's
right.
the king of nothing.
That is true. Mithrick's the king of nothing. For everyone who
I
doesn't
don't
know,
like
that's...
Zanmu that much.
I like her theme. Zanmu herself is...
Yeah, I like the game.
Zanmu herself is sort of a mid character in my mind. Like,
I agree with that.
I don't dislike her as much as some characters, not by a long shot, but I don't particularly think of her as an interesting or exciting character that much either.
I think she's worse than the Eggplant character.
Well, yeah, I love Shizami.
What
Shizami's
character?
a gay masochist. She's like the best character ever.
Which character are we talking about?
The Eggplant.
The plant girl.
Oh, her, right, yeah. She hasn't appeared at all today, so I kind of forgot about her. Where's she been this whole... Where has she been this whole time?
I don't know. Walking around guiding people through hell.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I guess none of the characters in today's events have been going to hell in that way.
Even if they were, they know their way around.
That is true. They don't exactly need help. All of them are Animal Realm experts, and Animal Realm is in the same area as hell. Zoom sure does love fleshing hell out, doesn't he? First old hell really well, now new hell really well.
I wouldn't mind living in Touhou hell.
It doesn't seem as bad as a lot of Western hells, but then to be fair, I don't think a lot of Eastern hells in general seem as bad as Western hells.
I could be friends with Oku.
Oku does seem pretty cool. As do most
Do you
characters
think
that
she
she
could be my
dated.
friend?
Potentially. Oku
I
seems...
think
Maybe she could just melt me.
She might do both.
I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, the only way to befriend Oku is if you befriend Satori first.
That's probably fair. Satori's cool.
Simultaneously be really hard and easy, because she doesn't have any friends, but also it depends on how you think. I feel like the second Satori saw me, she think I should die.
Fair.
Data.
I like Satori. I'd be willing to be her friend.
I'd love to be Satori's friend, it could be awesome, but...
I need to meditate really hard.
That is fair.
That would help us thinking a lot of things.
This occurred to me, I probably shouldn't have wasted those bombs since Zanmu's last spell card is such a fucking pain in the ass.
I believe in you. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it my all, but I'm not expecting necessarily to get very far. Well, I mean, I do expect to get far with it, but I mean, I'm not going to get far without getting hit. I'm probably going to need all those hit points that I have for this. Well, there's the first one. There's the second one.
At least you don't lose power in this game.
She definitely has a heavier attack than the last character we used.
Yeah, it also pierces.
That helps a lot. Charging matriarch of the Kega family. Ooh, there was no dialogue after that one. The animal realm.
There never is for the last fight.
I don't think I noticed that. Here, animals...
Every single Touhou game. It just goes to the ending, there's no dialogue after final fight.
That is fair. Here, animal spirits are kept under control and live a set daily routine. They should be thankful to be able to work 24 hours a day. I don't think they should be.
24 hours?
Is that so? I see. Too much stuff happened during that incident on the surface. I didn't really get the whole picture, but was that woman the one pulling the strings? All along you've been dancing in the palm of my hand. Do you understand, lowly beast? In that case... Yeah, so cool. Oni should be like this after all. So that means Inoko has the personal support of Zanmu herself. Do I need to keep monitoring things? Saki finally lost her thirst for fighting. The Oni called Zanmu was already popular in Hell, and her charisma was well known in the animal realm. Saki thought Inoko had the support of Zanmu. She decided to use the wolf spirits to monitor the situation, but she couldn't discover anything new. But there was a big secret about Inoko's birth that even she wasn't aware of. Of course, Saki couldn't possibly have known that, because the only person who knew that was Zanmu. Number 12, a world where the violent are victorious. Congratulations, story cleared. Well, we're definitely getting through a lot of these.
Yay!
That'll certainly be the last for today, but next time we will be doing Yachi's route. I'm assuming that once again I've not unlocked anything new and I need to beat that for more stuff to show up, but let's check. Yep, still have to beat Yachi's route. And then presumably we get the 3 underlings here. Presumably Zanmu is one of them, and Plant Girl. Wait, who would the last person be then? We got Plant Girl, Zanmu, Sunbeaten, Inoko, and Chiari. Who's the last person? Am I just completely blanking on someone? I have...
Zanmu has let me think.
Yeah, must be completely...
Oh yeah, Suika.
Oh right, Suika's in this. I forgot about that. Yeah, honestly, Suika wasn't one of the pink characters? That's actually kind of surprising. I didn't realize that Suika's role in the story was big enough to warrant her being one of the last to be unlocked. That is interesting.
I was so happy until you guys mentioned Suika, and I was sad.
Too bad, CC. Suika's
I
awesome.
rolled her one too many times and lost her, and now I'm sad.
Too bad,
He's
Suika's...
good in that game though. Bad game though.
Lost word.
Good lord. Well, anyway, folks, that is all for today. Say goodnight to the future lovely people, and we will call it.